fully on
What's
you.
going on, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Dragon Age the Veilguard. We are here back in... where is this? Docktown, I believe. We are going to chit-chat to the First Warden, but I didn't notice. I did fight a little Venatori skirmish right here, and then I went down here just to check. I figured, screw it, right? This was locked last time. Well, now it's open. So I figured we'd dip in here and take a little peek.
Get ready.
Running right into friends. Doing their crystal bullshit. That applies weakened and this detonates. Bonk.
Everyone still alive?
Never get tired of bunking Venatori. I'm kind of insulted that he felt the need to ask if everyone was still alive. Handle a few Venatori cult scum. Have some confidence and faith, man. Also, I did notice that last episode... oh, sorry, the one before last episode. We had some lockup freeze again, so I guess there's nothing I can do about it. I've lowered settings, I've changed my OBS settings. At this point, I'm not sure what else I can even really do. But instead of worrying about it, I'm just gonna go ahead as normal and hope that it doesn't become too much of an issue. So apologies if it locks up in any kind of moment where it makes it hard to tell what happened or where I went or any of that stuff. Like, there's nothing I can do at this point. There are no more settings I can think to mess with. I think this game maybe just doesn't play nice with OBS. There's nothing I can do about that, as that's how I record. I don't use a capture card, so... if it won't play nice with OBS, it's just not going to play nice. But that's not going to stop me from recording. I'm enjoying this game, so... again, if it does lock or freeze up at any point, just remember that if you skip forward 5 to 10 seconds or so, it will go back to normal. But the candle hops? Fine, thank you.
This message. You're connected to the other candle hop we met.
I noticed the last time it froze up was when I activated the elevator to come down here, I believe. Sorry, it's not that one, it's a different one. But yeah, that was the last time it froze and locked up. It was when I came down the elevator. And then once we got down, it cleared up again. So it just seemed to be an area transitions. And again, unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that. I think maybe it's just not enjoying being recorded through OBS. One day I will get a recording PC and a capture card to avoid all problems like that. Not a choice for now.
Without a guild, who negotiates your contracts?
I do.
How do you keep track of the going rates for detectives all over Minrathos?
I don't.
Mierda. I should introduce you to my negotiator.
I think she probably takes things on a pro bono kind of basis.
Did the Magisterium
And she only takes ones she deems important.
Wasn't it a mistake?
Alright, let's meet Grey Warden Brethren for the first time. See how much shit we're in for our
I am Jowin
previous actions.
First Warden and Supreme Commander of Weishaupt. I received word of your team's request for Grey Warden assistance after an incursion of the Blight at Demeter's Crossing. Explain yourself, Warden, and bear in mind that the Order remembers your past recklessness.
Okay. We're not going to be an asshole or belligerent about this. We are going to respect the chain of command.
Sure, I disobeyed orders. I acted on my own choices without authority. I admit it. But I took an oath to defend people from the Blight. I uphold that oath any way I can.
Your report, Warden.
I was part of a team trying to stop an elven mage named Solus from destroying the Veil. When we disrupted his ritual, something escaped from the Fade, and I clearly sensed the corruption of the Blight.
From this mage, Solus?
No, sir. Solus opposes the Blight. He's actually an elven god, Fen Harel, the Dreadwolf.
I did not come here to listen to fairy tales. I am here because of the Blight.
Right, but it all ties together. See, when we disrupted the ritual, Solus got trapped in the Fade. But two of the elven gods got out. Elganan and Gillanane, we think. And they're blighted.
Why would elven gods be blighted?
The ancient elven gods used the Blight. That's why Solus imprisoned them. The point is that the gods are making the Blight worse. Demeter's Crossing was just the start. That's why we need the Grey Wardens.
I suspected more politicking from the remnants of the Inquisition. I see now that I was wrong.
I'm really glad to hear that.
It is clear that whatever you did to unleash the Blight has corrupted your already weak mind.
Okay, wait.
You will be taken to Weishaupt and placed under heavy guard until the danger you caused by unleashing the Blight passes.
Okay, listen. This is not... He's not wrong about this, okay? It'd be real easy to have main character syndrome here and be like, whoa, 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 whoa. But look at the facts. From his perspective, we've already disobeyed Warden orders. We were involved in something stopping the Blight without informing them beforehand. And we unleashed a blighted elven god, 2 of them actually, upon the world. Taking me in for questioning seems reasonable. However, I'm sure this game is going to take another swipe attempt at the Wardens, like all of the Dragon Age games have consistently done since Origins. But right now, present information, he's not being unreasonable. I just need him to hear me out.
No, please, you can't do that.
I assure you, I can.
I don't know how much time we have. The gods are doing something with the Blight. We need to stop them.
Let me tell you something about the Blight. It is evil, it is implacable, and above all, it is predictable. The Blight has not changed in over 1,000 years. The Grey Wardens will defeat it, as they always do. And we will do so without a disgraced junior warden causing needless confusion. I suggest you come along quietly.
Adamant Fortress 941 Dragon. The Grey Wardens attempted to raise an army of demons. Hardly the models of good judgment yourselves, are you?
Everyone knows Warden Commander Clarel acted alone at Adamant Fortress.
Acted alone, you say? Imagine if everyone were to see the letter I discovered where you authorize her actions. I wonder how that might complicate the narrative.
Are you prepared to risk the security of the Grey Wardens for this deluded boy?
You may be surprised to learn that I care very little about the security of the Grey Wardens.
Stay away from the Blight, and do not pester the Grey Wardens with any more of your nonsense.
Oh boy, I have comments for that.
Upset. Was it something I said?
Perfect, we have a pause in the moment. Let me touch on all of that. So, despite Inquisition's very eager attempt to make the Wardens look like the bad guy, again, in Dragon Age Inquisition, the actions they took in Dragon Age Inquisition are actually not incorrect, and I'll explain why before we respond to Dorian here, who looks very different, and... well, that's a situation for another time. Anyways, back to the Wardens, the important thing here. The reason the Wardens raised an army of demons in Dragon Age Inquisition is because every Warden in Thedas was hearing the calling, which means the Wardens die. The only thing that can kill an archdemon is a Grey Warden. Say what you want about them, say that they're pompous, they politic, they're shady, they're corrupt, whatever you want. Bottom line, no Warden, no archdemon death, world becomes blighted and falls to the Darkspawn. That's just a matter of fact. Now, if all the Wardens were going to die in the next year, that means the Grey Wardens won't be around. The world is over. So they need to get all the Darkspawn and all the blighted gods dead before they all die. Fact. How do you do that without the manpower, which they didn't have? Well, you turn to blood magic and raise an army of demons. Grey Wardens have long since been quite transparent about the fact that they do whatever it takes to defeat the Darkspawn. It's a bigger threat and it's above the petty morals. And I don't like blood magic either, but you have to understand why they did what they did. If you could push a button right now, for example, and I don't know, kill every cute little bunny in the world, but it would stop a comet from hitting the planet and killing everybody on it, would you kill all the bunnies in the world? You probably would. Well, you're a monster. Why would you kill all the little cute bunnies? Well, I just saved everybody on the planet, but no, you're evil because you killed the bunnies. That's what he's, and that's what BioWare tried to do with the Wardens and everything that happened in Inquisition. But they were very justified in doing what they did, and they were misled and tricked. Foolhardy of them to get tricked like that, but still, ultimately, when you look at the brass tacks, what they did was necessary and quite honorable. They were all willing to sacrifice themselves and march off into the deep roads to die to save the world forever. I'm not going to villainize them for that. And now I've gone on my Warden defense run, let's look to Dorian.
That was close. Wasn't looking forward to being dragged off to a Grey Warden dungeon. Who should I be thanking for the assist?
Magister Dorian Parvis, at your service. A mutual friend thought you might require some support.
Mevaris Talani, of the Shadow Dragons.
The very same.
What's your relation to the Shadow Dragons?
About a decade ago, Mevaris and I started a political faction called the Lucerni. We were going to change Tevinter for the better. Everyone would recognize the common sense benefits of our approach, and we'd all live happily ever after.
Actually quite like
I take it
Dorian.
that didn't happen.
Mevaris was framed.
Dorian's a very
out of the
cool character.
Magisterium, and the Lucerni were dissolved. So she took the movement underground.
The Shadow Dragons.
Since I still haunt the Magisterium, that makes me the Shadow Dragon's man on the inside.
We do need the first Warden.
So now what? The first Warden tried to have me locked up. I need the Wardens on my side.
Jowen Glastrom is not the Order. He's more politician than Warden.
And it's important to know a lot of Grey Wardens understand that.
In Ratha's lounge sipping wine. You need the Wardens? Look for the ones out there fighting the Blight.
And that's very true.
In the meantime, the Shadow Dragons will keep a close watch on the Venator.
In fact, the Grey Wardens themselves, like I said, are very aware of that.
we'll see each
You'll
other
recall
again
that in multiple games, we've had Wardens show great disdain and distaste for the Weishaupt section of the Order, because they're more interested in being kings and ruling and politics than they are fighting the enemy.
Stood between us and a world of blighted darkness. But on this side, the gods could only tap a trickle. They had to turn that trickle into a flood. They sure could have used Solus's dagger to rip open the Fade. But some foolish mortal had taken it. So, they'd have to create a dagger of their own. Drowning the world in blight was just a matter of time.
For example, our Warden from Origins. He's a high-up member. He was commander of the Grey. Every Warden's journey. There's the joining and the calling, the beginning and the end. Every Grey Warden gets the first. They drink the potion of Archdemon blood, laced with more magic than they know. If they survive, they'll sense the Darkspawn, hear the Blight's song. The Blight itself won't hurt so much. They'll be forever changed. I was forever changed. Not everyone survives the joining. They end at the beginning. Others end in battle. They're killed by Darkspawn, or maybe some other monster kills them. We've got to sunless and forsaken places. We fight what would devour Thedas, and we don't always return. I've survived all those battles myself. It makes me no better than anyone else. Finally, there's the calling, and that is the end, no matter how far you've come. After the joining, the Blight won't hurt so much, but it's still inside you, and in the end, it still wins out. The Blight's song, the one you can only hear because you're a warden, starts to change. It starts to call you. At first you can ignore it, and then one day you can't, because you're changing. At first you can't see it, but then you can. In the veins in your arms, circles under your eyes. So you leave. You find the biggest batch of darkspawn you can, and you take down as many as you can before the Blight takes you. You leave the world a little safer. The other wardens will tell you that you'll know when the time comes, that you'll be certain when it's real, but they haven't heard the calling yet, and you wonder if it's really true, if you'll really know. You will. I do. I've got my spot in the deep roads picked out. Take care of yourself. A page torn from Warden Erin's journal, left for Warden Theo. Yeah, like I said, the Grey Wardens are heroes. They take lifelong oaths that always end in death. They are to be respected and revered, and no matter how much BioWare tries to change that, and tell me that they're not, they always will be to me. And there's nothing they can do about it. Despite how many attempts and swipes they take at sabotaging them, I refuse. A little less bonus damage, but detonations deal 100 cold damage. This cold damage is increased by 50% per stack of chilled. We can put her back to that for a little, right? Yeah, I really dislike how hard BioWare has tried to take the Wardens down a peg. It's almost like they thought they made them too badass in the first game, and so the only way that they could deal with that was to shovel shit on top of the Order and every chance they got to make people like them less. And be less upset, I guess, that people want to play every single game as them. At least that's all I can think of. I can't think of any other reason why they would do what they do, but they can't rewrite history, and I know pretty much all there is to know about Grey Warden lore, so try as you may. I know the way it works. And the Grey Warden, hero of Ferelden, is the baddest man on the planet and the baddest man that ever was. That is an innocent civilian.
Demons.
Despair.
Alright. You hit that. My weakened will debt with dropkick. He's rolled. See, he's rolled and smoked. He got shit on hard.
Souls alone as the light left. I was there, less alone.
It's a spirit of compassion.
My own name. But what of theirs? 3 I've found, felled by demon claws, murdered. A connection I cannot see. I have impressions. But if I learn more, answers might unfold. This one, green against grey stone. Rain, nourish, how she watched it bloom. Find who she was.
I'm actually okay with taking care of that for her. What's on over here?
Easy enough.
I'm assuming we get to that from this side.
I could make a good dish with her.
Eat over. Eat over. Hello, gorgeous. Flat increase. Get off that before it despawns. Okay, hold on. Yeah, that ladder is likely just there to show you this. I'm confident we can move on. I do like this game so far. I do need to figure out where to find a better two-handed weapon, though. I don't just want to keep upgrading this vanilla thing.
We've got a trail. We just need to follow it.
Yeah, no shit. Page torn from a journal. The voice was real. The one in the shadows. There was the same smell as last time, too. Fog and burnt cinnamon. And it knows about the money. The debt. What am I supposed to do? The temple is still closed. How do I get out of this? The voice made promises. I'm just so tired. Need to deal with a demon. This is what happens. Feeds soil a little more debt. But I can do this on my own. Whatever else I thought before, I just need time to grow again. The first blooms will be here soon. Everything feels better when that happens. The bright flowers and green leaves are all cheery next to the grey stone. We all need time to grow.
Hortensia. She was a gardener.
Green against grey. In debt, desperate, but still found hope. There are others. I would know more of them.
Yeah, we got 3 more victims of this murder spree. I assume one is in the chantry.
Got company.
A Venatori. Gone.
The defiance is strong.
Hey, Rook. Nice shot.
Thanks. I don't think they think so. It seems like I'll get to that through this. Let's see.
It's nice to get out of the lighthouse.
I've never met a mage who distrusts the Fade as much as you.
Source of magic, sure. But it's also made of tricks, dreams, and unanswered questions. It pays to be cautious.
Yeah, I'll take whatever her advice is on anything magical. To be honest. She knows way more about it all than me. Open. It is. We'll deal with this first.
Eyes open.
Get back here, bitch. Just like suck me into the shadow realm. What the fuck is this? Oh, you went too far out of the range, didn't you? So you heal. Okay, whatever. Let's get his buddy first.
I'm ready.
It says us. Alright, gang. rocked him off the map. And I followed him.
Compassion.
This one. Curiosity undimmed. Just one more answer. Truth and story beneath the ruins. Find who he was. I will find you then.
I actually really don't mind. Well, I hope I still get the XP for rocking them off the map like that, because that one wasn't even deliberate.
They left a trail.
I hope it's not
Sloppy,
punishing me
but
for that.
useful.
I try to do the work in the day, but it's hard to focus. Hard not to think about. At night, there's a whisper. The speaker wouldn't step from the mist, but I could smell his breath, like burnt cinnamon. He said he could help with the research and... Sybil, I don't know if I can do this alone. I don't want our dream to die. What would you do? Not whatever you did. Demons are never the play.
Another of those Fen'Harel altars.
Are they always opening paths? Because if so, I have missed so many things that I should have done. Because I have hit a lot of those Fen'Harel statues. Maybe I just didn't realize it was doing this. Possible. The chest's somewhere in there. Well, this place promises to be fun. That recommends level 20. We're what, 16? Something like that. I actually think we can take this one. We're not that far under the level.
They're close.
Time for a fight!
Wait, so every time that I've been doing that, I could have had...
Well executed!
Not looking good. Now's your chance. From a distance. Rook! Stay in cover. That's the setup, you do the rest. Any Rook.
Okay.
Everyone all right?
So every time I get one of those Fenrir altars, I have access to skill point. We are final company. The work will be here forever. So if that's the case, then I have a lot of skill points to go back to Alathan Forest for. Dagger from final attacks, affliction damage, critical damage, damage versus armor, and stagger from charged attacks. And bulwark. Let's get bulwark. Let's get some damage resistance. Then we level up again. I'll go damage versus armor for those armored opponents. Now I'm gonna take that shit out of this elevator because I want that chest. Hello, beautiful. Hmm. 73% is quite beefy. Sure. What does this bring me out? Right here. Property of Marcus Scholar. The wolf statue has experienced a shift in the surrounding magical energies. I'm certain of it, and I'm certain it means something, and there's more to all this than we have recorded. Truths we don't see. It's just as Sybil said. Stories buried in ruins. I won't let our work be corrupted. I continue this work for her.
Property of Marcus, Scholar.
Story beneath the ruins. Fear for the future, and yet he continued. For himself and for her. A faint connection begins to bind them. We must find the third.
Indeed. Before that, though, go take a swing at this Blight champion. Kinda want the smoke. Only 4 levels higher than me, and we got the one that was like 16 levels higher than us. Down to like half health, so we will save before we take a swing at him, however. Wakey wakey.
Ready if you are.
Spicy. Oh, that's spicy. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, pop off.
Say the word. Ready when you hold on, Rook.
Okay, we got him somewhat on the ropes. Oh, that's cheeky. Cheeky. Goodbye. have the double heal off too. Let's go again. I want the smoke, and we're getting the smoke. Where did you put me? Hate that it spawns you all the way back up at the elevator. Is there no switch up here for me to get that? There's no way there's no elevator switch up here. Me being for real? So you want me to run all the way around every time I want to take another stab at that, huh? Yay. Okay. That seems like an oversight that the switch is only at the bottom. I'm taking damage every time I hit him too.
Ready, Rook.
Wasn't that like a, yeah, attack my target, right?
Get clear.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Get out of there.
32 and 27 seconds is a chunky cooldown.
Now it's your turn.
Bro. I hate it here with that shit.
Us in the distance. Watch behind you.
Come on now.
Rook down.
Okay, we can't take him. We're still not high enough level for that. The lightning damage with the water and the 2 health bars and all that stuff. We'll come back later for that. We'll come back for him. Come back when I'm doing a little more damage. I feel like my weapon is the thing that's actually holding me back most. Out of everything that I have, I feel like I haven't found a good two-handed weapon. I have plenty of good long swords, but none of the two-handed stuff is really getting off the ground. In terms of flat damage, at least. It's undiscovered, but it looks like it's a right turn right here, so.
You think they'll talk?
Indeed, right here.
So too. It might be safer than greeting you.
I do not like admitting defeat like that.
Demons! It looks like another victim.
We need to chase this down. Got it covered. Take your shot. Clear out.
Another day in Rathas for the standby, huh? There's a peasant in that doorway where I was like, ass fucking the demon.
Compassion. And another murder victim.
This one. A roof denied. Eyes skim over. Yet a world smudged in shadow. So beautiful. find who he was.
I wonder, let's go back to this real quick. So we got more demons to fight, so let's see how this plays. With the same abilities, because I like the abilities that I have. Let's see if it's the ability change that made it feel like I was doing better, or if it's actually the two-hander. A detailed drawing of one of Docktown's markets. There are more shadows than people in the crowd. A man weeps in the corner, but no one notices except the shadows. The drawing is unsigned. Excuse me. A detailed drawing of demons dragging screaming civilians into the shadows. One figure is left behind, a victim with a sword through their heart. Other civilians flee in terror from the scene as fear spreads through the city. The drawing is unsigned.
Cat.
A detailed drawing of a Docktown rooftop. A menacing shadow looms in the background, but the man in the drawing has turned away from it, his face lit by a sunrise breaking through the fog. The artist's name is signed below. Evander.
Charcoal drawings by someone named Evander.
A world smudged in shadow. He drew Docktown's darkness, but also its light. All those I found, I held a hand as the light left.
Do you know something about the murder victims? What connected them?
Each was desperate. Each heard a whisper that tempted them, and each turned away. They defied the one who called them. The demons we saw were merely minions. Too late for these. But now I can watch and protect others. Something larger stirs, calling the desperate. I cannot see what. No, the hope you bring Docktown thwarts it, and may you continue.
I would happily oblige killing that whenever it pops up. We got some Shadow Dragon strength out of that. It's kind of cool that every time you do a side quest, none of it is meaningless. Always get some kind of reward for
I
it.
heard Gallus has been poking around.
Wood, tools, woodworking supplies. Take a look. Come again.
Yeah, that apparently Gallus is poking around. I wouldn't know, I haven't seen it.
Fresh fruit, good cuts of meat.
I bet it is. Alright, so our next stop quest-wise was to go back to Varric, I think. Yeah, this is definitely the best sword that we have available to us. What about shields? More stagger. Medium and medium. We're always going to be wearing medium pretty much exclusively. It's bleeding, cold, ranged, flaming weapon duration. That would just give us flat more fire, but I need to see how often we're going to be proccing that before I commit to that. Let's open up the journal. In peace, Vigilance. Alright, since it seems like we're done here, for now, at least in Minrath Roos, as they would call it in Dragon Age Origins, that is going to be a perfect place to split the episode, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, there is, of course, a tip link in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned, and I'll see you soon with more Dragon Age the Veilguard. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.